welcome back to my channel. My name's Charlie. If you've not seen this face before, welcome to my channel. I do beauty, lifestyle and all sorts of other bits and bobs in between kind of videos. So welcome to the family if you're new. Hi if you are a returning part of the family. Today I am going to be showing you an autumn go-to makeup look, my absolute favourite autumn go-to look. So I hope you enjoy it. If you do, don't forget to give it a thumbs up so I know you enjoyed it, and subscribe if you haven't already. So let's jump straight on to the video. Okay, so first up I am going to prime, so I'm going to use my NYX Pore Filler base here, and I'm just going to apply that with my fingers onto my face. So it's the weirdest looking stuff, it's very weird, but it works really well, so I like it. It's a bit different. Okay, so now that's all done, I'm going to move on to my foundation. Today I'm using the Rimmel London Lasting Finish 25 Hour with Comfort Serum, and this is in 100 Ivory, so that's this one here. And I'm just going to take a bit of that on a dry beauty blender. I've been using my beauty blender dry more often at the moment, just because I find that it gives me a bit more fuller coverage, which with the way that my skin's been recently, I've needed to be a bit more fuller coverage, so it's definitely working out fine for me. But for a more dewy look, I would definitely dampen the sponge first. Okay, so foundation is done. I'm now going to go in with concealer. This is the Collection Lasting Perfection, and this is in the shade 1 Fair. So I'm going to just apply that underneath my eyes and any other areas that are a bit red, or anything that I wish to cover up. Just, you know, generally quite a lot of my face. This may look a bit strange, but I have found if I turn my really disgustingly dirty beauty blender upside down, I can get a lot closer to my eye, which I find it gives a much better finish than when I'm just sort of stamping it with the flat edge here. So I do that to cover all of my eyelid, but when I want to get the bit just underneath my eye here, I use the flat side, and it gets much more closer in and gives a lot better effect, I think. Concealer done. Now I'm going to move on to powder to just set all of that down so it's not so tacky. It's not too bad, but I like it to be a little bit drier and to cover up any bits that I know are going to get oily, like this bit and this bit here. So I'm going to use my Natural Collection Matte Pressed Powder, and this is in the shade Neutral. This is an absolute fave, so I'm just going to take this on a big fluffy brush and just sort of pat that in. Now I'm going to go in with bronzer, so I'm using my good old favourite, the Maybelline Dream Sun, and this is in the shade number 1 Blonde. Okay, so my base is now done. Now I'm going to go in for adding extra touches to my face, so I'm now going to go in with blusher. Today I am using the Makeup Gallery Feeling Blush Blusher, and this is in the shade Soft 1 Blush, so it's a bit of a darker browny pinky kind of shade, which is kind of nice actually. I don't want to go too pink because my face gets quite red anyway, so using a bit of a less pinky tone works out really well. Now it's time for one of my favourite bits, which is highlighting, and I'm going to use the Strobe of Genius Illuminating Palette by NYX, this one here. And because I'm going for an autumn look, I'm going to use one of the more sort of browny, goldeny shades. So I'm going to take this one just here, which is a sort of light golden colour, which is really nice. So I'm just going to take that to the top of my cheeks. So I'm not going too overboard, I just want a nice glow. And then I'm going to take a slightly lighter one, this one just here, and I'm going to take that in the other areas of my face. So just in this bit of my nose and on the end here. Cupid's bow, tiny bit on the chin and a tiny bit on the forehead, and that is highlighting. Okay, so now my face is done, it's now time for the eyes. I'm going to go on with this old trusty favourite, the Urban Decay Naked Heat palette, and I'm going to take a range of the shades within this lovely gorgeous palette and do my eyes with that today. And I'm even going to use the brush that comes with it because I found it actually works quite well. So I'm going to go first with the shade Chaser, which is the sort of second from lightest just here. And I'm pretty much just putting that across my whole lid. Okay, that's my base shade done. I'm now going to go into the crease with the shade Low Blow. So that's this first sort of brownie colour one here. Just using circular motions on the outside and then sweeping it through in the middle. Okay, now I've definitely deepened up the colours within my eye here. I'm now going to go in with a more sort of red colour, and I'm going to go for the shade here. This one is called He Devil, and I'm going to put that one on the outer corner of my eyelid. Now I'm going to take the shade Un Fuego, which is this really sort of dark purpley brown. It's almost slightly darker than brick colour, I would say. And then I'm just going to take that in the outer V. I'm now going to go with the shade Cayenne, which is this one just here, that one there. And I'm going to take that just on my lower lash line, just to bring it all together a bit. So now it helps to bring the eyes a little bit more complete looking now. And now I'm going to go with the colour Scorched, which is this glittery shimmer shade just here. And I'm going to put that one over the top in the outer corner. Just tapping it on. Don't need too much for this. Now I'm going to take another shimmer shade called Lumber, which is this one just here. That's going to go in the centre of my lid. And just sort of sweep it over so that you're blending both of the two shimmer shades together. And now I'm going to go for a much lighter shade, which is Ounce, which is the very lightest one just here, and put that in the inner corner. Okay, and that is the eyeshadows done. I've carefully used the same brush all the way through, so that each time I carry into a different colour, I've still got a tiny bit left of it, so it helps it blend it through and maintain the same colour looking, but just with different shades going through it. And that's how I've managed to create this look so far. I'm now going to tackle my brows, and I'm going to use the Fill and Tame Brow Gel. That's this one here, and I'm just going to pull that through my brows, and I'll be back in a sec. Okay, so the brows have officially been tamed as much as they possibly can be. I know they're rubbish already, so you don't have to tell me twice. Now I'm going to go on to mascara. I'm using my trusty favourite, the Rimmel London Extra 3D Lash, this one here. This is my absolute favourite because it doesn't get too clumpy and it just looks fab when it's on. Mascara is done, and last up it is time for two last things, and it is the NYX Soft Matte Lip Cream in the shade Cannes. I'm going to use for my lips today. So that is my lips done, and then finally just my fixing mist. This is the MUA Pro Base Mattifying Fixing Mist I've got today. All done. Okay, so this is the finished look. So I've gone for a nice autumn, almost sort of sparkly bronzy browny kind of eyeshadow look today, with a nice sort of reddy ready mauvey kind of lip colour today. I've got my nice matching dangly tassel earrings that I got from Sainsbury's, an absolute steal, so definitely go and check out their earrings and stuff at the moment. They've got some really cool stuff, and a nice little scarf to complete the look, and I am now ready for autumn. Don't forget, if you enjoyed this video, to give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you very soon with a new video. Don't forget to give me a comment down below, tell me what you thought of the look, and if you have any other things you'd like to see from me. I'll see you very soon. Bye.